Each morning when you wake up, the first thing you face is not the sunlight, but a battle of the mind. In the fast-paced rhythm of the modern world, we are often surrounded by anxiety about the future, regrets from the past, and invisible pressure from social media. You may feel like a small piece of driftwood being swept away in a raging current of events beyond your control. But have you ever wondered why, in the same storm, some people collapse while others remain strangely calm and steady? The difference does not lie in luck, but in one's inner value system. Stoic philosophers from thousands of years ago, such as Emperor Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, understood this deeply. We cannot choose what happens to us, but we always have the power to choose how we respond. Training the mind from the very first moments of the day is the key to building an inner fortress that cannot be broken. In today's content, we are not talking about empty positive affirmations. Instead, we will explore 6 mental codes, 6 core Stoic self-reminders that help you cultivate resilience, discipline, and find peace even in the heart of chaos. These principles allow you to reclaim control of your life and turn every challenge into a catalyst for growth. If you are ready to master your mind and begin the journey of self-conquest today, comment the number 1 below and let us begin together. First, I am capable. Begin your day by reminding yourself of your true mental strength. In life, we often underestimate ourselves when facing major challenges or important projects. We allow fear and doubt to creep into our minds, making us forget that we already possess the tools needed to overcome what lies ahead. The self-reminder, I'm capable, is not an empty slogan or blind confidence. For someone who practices Stoic philosophy, it is a rational affirmation. It reminds you that you possess skills, intelligence, and most importantly, inner resources to handle whatever happens. A person's strength does not lie in their ability to change external circumstances, but in their ability to control how they perceive and respond to those circumstances. When you tell yourself, I am capable, you are installing a new mental filter. Instead of seeing difficulties as insurmountable obstacles, you begin to see them as tests of your character. A Stoic mindset understands that hardship is fuel for growth. Without challenges, we would never discover where our true limits lie. Trusting in your own ability allows you to turn pressure into a call to action. Rather than waiting for outside help or hoping for good luck, you actively seek solutions based on what you already have. You realize that even if the world takes away your money or status, it can never take away your ability to think and your inner resilience. Second, the past does not control me. Do not let yesterday's mistakes or decisions weigh on your mind the moment you wake up. One of the biggest traps the human mind sets for itself is becoming trapped in what has already happened. We often carry regrets, self-blame, and old wounds into a new day, unknowingly turning them into chains that hold us back. The Stoics teach us that the past is outside our control. You cannot change a word that was spoken, an action that was taken, or an event that already occurred. Allowing your mind to remain stuck there is a massive waste of energy. Learn to see the past as a teacher, a storehouse of experience and valuable lessons, not as a life sentence or burden you must carry. Letting go of the weight of the past allows you to climb higher and move faster, instead of exhausting yourself by punishing yourself over what cannot be undone. Focus all your resources on the present moment. You do not need to change what happened. You only need to change how you act right now. When you separate who you are today from the ghosts of the past, the path ahead becomes clearer than ever. Each morning is a completely new beginning, a blank page waiting for you to write lines of strength and wisdom. Remind yourself that no matter how much you failed or stumbled yesterday, it does not define who you are today. You have the freedom to become better, stronger, and wiser in this very moment. Freeing yourself from the past is the first step toward truly taking control of your destiny. Third, I control my mind. This is the greatest power and the final fortress you possess in this life. Look at the world around you, and you will see chaos, unexpected events, and constant uncertainty. We cannot control the weather. We cannot change how others think, and we cannot stop difficulties from appearing. Yet there is one inviolable space that no one can enter unless you allow it. And that is how you choose to respond to reality. Stoic philosophers often compared the mind to an inner fortress. No matter how fierce the storm outside or how tightly enemies surround it, if the gates of the fortress remain secure, you are still safe. Controlling the mind does not mean becoming emotionally numb or suppressing natural feelings. On the contrary, it is the ability to step into the role of a clear-minded observer. When pressure arises, instead of reacting instinctively with anger, anxiety, or fear, you pause for a moment, observe those emotions, and choose your response through reason. When you master your mind, no circumstance can steal your inner peace. Others may insult you, but you are only hurt if you choose to believe their words. Work may go wrong, but you only truly fail when you allow your mind to sink into despair. Remember that events themselves are neutral. It is your interpretation that makes them good or bad. Training this control turns you into the most powerful influence in your own life. Instead of being a slave to impulsive reactions, you become the captain who steers the ship through every storm. Each morning, affirm to yourself that you are the only one who holds the key to your inner world. When you gain this self-mastery, you will realize that true freedom does not come from owning more things, but from refusing to let anything external control your emotions. If you commit to mastering your inner fortress from this moment on, leave a comment with the word I to affirm that power. Fourth, excuses do not define me. Be honest with yourself. How many times have you postponed an important goal simply because of reasons that sounded perfectly reasonable? We often tell ourselves, I do not have enough time, I am not ready yet, or the current situation does not allow it. In Stoic philosophy, these phrases are excuses disguised as logic, meant to conceal fear or laziness within the soul. Greatness does not begin when everything is perfect. It begins the moment you confront your own excuses and choose to act despite imperfection. You must understand that strength does not come from waiting for ideal conditions. It comes from consistency in even the smallest steps. The world does not care about the reasons why you could not do something. It only sees results and the real effort you put in. When you say excuses do not define me, you separate your identity from temporary obstacles. A strong person does not use circumstances as a shield to hide indecision. If you truly want to do something, you will find a way. If not, you will only find explanations. The greatest leaders and most successful people in history worked under the worst conditions because they understood that action creates change, not words. Begin your day by removing every excuse. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you can do right now with the resources you already have. Do not wait until you feel completely confident or fully prepared before starting. True readiness is an illusion. Only action gives you experience, and only experience makes you stronger. Let your results speak, rather than allowing excuses to suppress the limitless potential flowing within you. Fifth, kindness is my strength. In a world that glorifies competition and harsh reactions, kindness is often mistaken for weakness or passivity. Yet for those who follow Stoic philosophy, kindness represents the highest form of courage and self-mastery. When you choose patience and compassion instead of responding with anger to someone else's rudeness, you prove that you are the one in control, not a slave to another person's emotions. Understand this. Losing your temper when you are insulted is easy, because it is the instinctive reaction of a wounded ego. But remaining calm, offering a smile, and responding with understanding toward a turbulent mind requires true inner strength. Kindness does not mean allowing others to cross your boundaries. It means choosing to act from a higher position. You recognize that another person's negativity is their responsibility, and you are not obligated to be pulled into their emotional chaos. The combination of an inner core as strong as steel and an outward manner as gentle as water creates a power that endures. When you live with kindness, you not only bring peace to those around you, but also protect the serenity within yourself. Remind yourself each morning that you will meet the world with tolerance while standing firmly by your core principles. This calm and kindness become your strongest shield, allowing you to move through conflict without losing your dignity or your inner strength. Sixth, I live fully in the present. This is the final key that opens the door to true happiness and freedom. You need to recognize a simple yet often forgotten truth. The past is gone and will never return, and the future is only a shadow of what has not yet arrived. The only place where you truly live, truly act, and truly have control is this very moment, right here and now. Most human suffering comes from the mind being in the wrong place. We allow ourselves to be haunted by what has already happened, or overwhelmed by anxiety over worst-case scenarios that may occur in the future. When you live this way, you lose the most valuable asset of your life, the present. For someone who practices the Stoic way of life, focusing on the present is not just advice for productivity, but a test of awareness and clarity. When you live fully in the present, you reclaim complete control over your mind. You begin to approach every task with full attention, from the smallest actions to the most important decisions. Instead of functioning on autopilot with a distracted mind, you become aware of each breath, each movement, and even the joy found in the simplest things. This presence allows you to act with intention and achieve your highest effectiveness without being shaken by pressure about outcomes. Remind yourself each morning that today is a unique gift, and you will never experience this exact day again. Do not let your life pass by while waiting for a better moment in the future or longing for a golden time in the past. Fully engage with and give your best to what is happening right in front of you. When you master the present, you will find that anxiety begins to dissolve, making space for deep inner peace and limitless inner strength. If you commit to setting aside worries and living and acting fully in the present moment, leave a comment with the number 1 so we can honor this promise together. Practicing these 6 reminders every day is not simply about repeating words. It is a process of gradually rebuilding your mindset and inner strength. True power does not come from sudden emotional actions, but from mental discipline and the commitment to live by your core values in even the smallest moments. When you master your mind, you will realize that freedom is not about escaping life's difficulties, but about standing firm and smiling in the middle of the storm. Remember that the Stoic path is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when you feel tired or distracted, and that is completely natural. Do not blame yourself. What matters is that you always know how to return to your inner fortress and remind yourself of your capability, your kindness, and the control you hold. Each morning is a new opportunity to become a stronger version of yourself, to live a life with purpose and without regret. When you change the way you see the world around you will begin to change as well. The inner peace you cultivate today can become a source of inspiration for others, helping them find light in their darkest moments. Do not keep these values to yourself, because there are still many people out there struggling with anxiety and a sense of being lost. If you feel that these reflections truly add value to your personal growth journey, share them with your friends and loved ones. One small action from you could be the motivation someone else needs to regain faith and strength in life. Thank you for walking this path with me. Keep moving forward with confidence on the journey of mastering yourself